Hello students, good morning. How are you? We are continuing our chapter 8, that is human health and disease. Today I am going to teach you about immunity. Clear students? Today we will study about immunity. First let's understand what is immunity. You tell me what is immunity. Immunity is the ability of our body to fight against any disease causing microorganism. Clear? Immunity is the ability of the body to fight against any disease causing microorganism. It's called immunity. Depending on immunity, we got infections. If someone have good immunity, then it has less infection. If someone has less immunity, then it get more infection. So to increase immunity, there are various ways. Means for increasing immunity, we are taking Chyawanprash, we are taking different type of tablets, injections, we are doing exercise, yoga, pranayam, etc., etc. But instead of this, our body naturally have an immune system. Okay, our body itself has a natural immune system. Let's explain what is that natural immune system. So immunity is divided into two types. One is your innate immunity and another is your acquired immunity. So immunity is of two types. One is your innate immunity and another is your acquired immunity. Let's understand what is innate immunity. Innate immunity is the immunity which is present in us from our birth. Okay, innate immunity is the immunity which is present in us from birth. Means the immunity that we get inside the mother's body, that is when we get birth, then that immune system is present in our body. So innate immunity is again of 4 different types. Okay students, in how many types? It is of 4 types. First is your physical barrier. Let's understand what is barrier. Barrier means which prevents to entry of any substance. Like your barricadings which is nowadays used for stop the entry of people from one state to another and from one city to another. So barrier is something which prevents the entry of microorganisms in our body. So physical barrier, then your physiological barrier, then your cellular barrier and cytokine barrier. Okay students, we are studying about immunity. Immunity is of two types. One is innate immunity which we have already from our birth. Another is your acquired immunity which is gained by us after birth. Innate immunity is of 4 types, including your physical barrier, physiological barrier, cellular barrier and cytokine barrier. Okay, so let's understand what is physical, physiological, cytokine and cellular. Physical means the barrier that present outside the body. Means when a microorganism tries to enter our body, that barrier prevents it from its entry. First example is your skin. How skin acts as a barrier in our body. Let's understand. Suppose you have an injury. You have by mistake, by the help of a knife, you cut your fingers. Bleeding occurs and at that time you covered your finger by the help of a cloth or band-aid or any other thing. So why you covered that part? To stop bleeding? Yes, to stop bleeding. And another cause is here that no microorganism should enter through that injured part, as that injured part allows the microorganism. So we cover the injured part, due to which the microorganisms can't enter our body. That's why if skin is present, the other parts we are not covering it, microorganisms can't go through the skin. So skin acts as a physical barrier, means prevents the entry of microorganisms from outside. So first example is your skin. Next is your mucus coating of respiratory tract. As we know, when some undesirable particles or microorganisms goes through our nose, then we start sneezing. Sneezing means chinkna. We start sneezing, and through sneezing we able to eliminate that microorganism or that particle to get inside our body. So here the mucus which traps the microorganism or the dust particle or any other pollutant and releases it from the body or eliminates from the body. Next is your gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract means the food pipe or the alimentary canal. If some microorganisms or, as I have told you, some other particles which is not accepted by our body, then it also eliminated by us. How we eliminate it? By vomiting. Sometimes if we take food that cause food poison, we start vomiting. Through vomiting we can able to eliminate that microorganism. So here gastrointestinal tract is also acts as a physical barrier. Next is your urinogenital tract. Do you know what is urinogenital tract? Urinogenital tract means this is the tract through which gametes are released. In case of males, sperms are released. Urine is released through urinogenital tract. So this if any microorganism enters into the body through urination, as we know, during urination the urine is direct contact with the soil or any other object, so it may get the infection. What happens? The urinogenital tract secretes mucus which eliminates the microorganism from entering into the body. In case of females also, the gametes released through the from the genital tract. From there also mucus is secreted which eliminates the microorganism from the body. So these are the examples of physical barrier. Example of, if question will arise, define innate immunity with example. Can you do this? You can write innate immunity is the immunity which is present in us from birth, and there are 4 types: physical, physiological, cellular and cytokine. And here I have gave you some examples with their explanation, like your skin, mucus coating of respiratory tract, then your gastrointestinal tract which is called alimentary canal also, then your urinogenital tract. Next is your physiological barrier. Physiological barrier means which is secreted inside our body. Here the example is saliva. Suppose we are taking different type of food. Sometimes we are taking food from a roadside, we are taking golgappes, chow-meins, but we are not fall ill. Why we are not fall ill? But sometimes we also fall ill due to taking food like chow-mein, burger, etc. etc. So what's the reason behind it? Sometimes we fall ill and sometimes we do not fall ill. So in this case what happens? Like acid in stomach, saliva in mouth, tears from eyes acts as physiological barrier. Suppose take example. Let's take example. If you take food and microorganisms come to your mouth with this food, salivary gland start secreting salivary amylase, clear, which have the acidic pH, and that acidic pH kills the microorganism. Suppose that microorganism not killed in the mouth, it will move to the rest inner part. Suppose it goes to the stomach. It not suppose it goes to the stomach, and when it goes to the stomach, in stomach as we know what is secreted? Hydrochloric acid or HCl. HCl, and its pH is less than 1.8. pH is suppose 1.5, means more acidic. It will kill the microorganism. So if from this we can understand that if any microorganism enters inside our body, then some physiological barriers are present which kill them. Then your next is tears. If something is put into our eyes, we feel sensation of burning and our eyes start tearing. Means through these tears we will release or we will eliminate the microorganisms entry. So from the above two examples we can able that how our complete body acts as an immune system. Means like suppose the border of India and Pakistan, the Pakistanis tries to enter into India, but when they try directly to enter into India, India fights with them and eliminates and kills them. So they try to enter into India in a wrong way, in a hidden way. So in this case, exactly what happens inside our body, when microorganism comes to direct enter into our body, then our skin prevents it and skin acts as a barrier. Next, suppose it enters into our body through other means like through mouth, then here acid in stomach, acidic nature of saliva and tears also eliminates the microorganism. So you can understand how our body is able to eliminate these microorganisms entry. That's why it is, we can say that this is innate immunity. Next is your cellular barrier. Cellular barrier means some cells are present inside our body which acts as barrier, means which prevents the entry of microorganisms, or if the microorganism enters then it kills it. Suppose your leukocytes, which is in common said WBC. You already studied in class 11 leukocytes or WBC. Its main function acts as increasing immunity, or it is phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic in nature means which kills or engulfs the disease causing microorganism. Another cell of leukocyte, that is PMNL. 1 mark question come. What is PMNL? Polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Polymorphonuclear leukocytes. It also acts as a barrier to protecting or to preventing the entry of microorganisms. Instead of these, monocytes and macrophages. Monocytes are present in our blood. They also engulf the microorganisms, and macrophages have the phagocytic nature. They are secreted from liver cells, kidneys and just below the skin. They are secreted from liver cells, kidneys and just below the skin. And their main function is to engulf, means completely engulf, nigal jana, completely engulf the microorganism that is entered into the body. Next is your cytokine barrier. We are studying about innate immunity, type of innate immunity. Next, fourth type, that is cytokine barrier. What is cytokine barrier? Sometimes what happens when a virus infects us, then the cells of the body, means the cells of our body, start producing a protein that is called interferon. Sometimes virus infected cells secretes a protein called interferons, and the function of these interferons is to protect the other cells which are not infected. The function of interferon is to protect the non-infectious cells, and these are the proteins. So this is naturally occurs inside our body to increase our immunity. So this is your innate immunity.